were finally able to notify Mayor Sandy Stimson yesterday that we did have a unanimous decision on who would be the next fire chief for Mobile Fire Rescue. And with that, I'll turn over to Mayor Sandy Stimson.
Well, it's my great pleasure to introduce the person whose name I'll be submitted to the Mobile City Council to be the next fire rescue chief. His name is Mark Seeley. Mark is standing here behind Chief Barber. Prior to joining the Mobile Fire Rescue, Mark served as a United States Marine Corps Recon Sergeant. Over the last 25 years, he has served Mobile Fire Rescue, 22 of which have actually been in the field. He's steadily progressed through the ranks, placing either first or second on each of the 3 promotional exams that he has taken. He has been assigned to every type of vehicle or apparatus that the department has, including rescue trucks, ladder trucks, and technical rescue units. During the time he was a Mobile Fire Rescue captain, he was one of the charter members of Alabama Task Force 1, Alabama's only urban and search and rescue team. In 2014, after placing first on the competitive exam among other captains, he was promoted to district chief. Prior to his current job as a district training chief, he was a district chief in operations. His education includes a bachelor's degree in fire science, and he is currently enrolled in the Executive Fire Officers Program at the National Fire Academy. In addition to his paramedics license, he has multiple certifications. The certification of which he is the most proud is the Alabama Smoke Divers Certification, as it is an extraordinarily demanding, both physically and mentally, and only 1%, only 1/10 of 1% of the firefighters in Alabama have that certification. I think 2 comments are pertinent that will give you some insight into his philosophy. The first is that he believes that first and foremost, every firefighter, every Mobile Fire Rescue employee is a firefighter first. Second, I'm going to quote from part of his proposed plan. And the quote reads, "The current trend nationwide is to do more with less. Leaders in the private sector have been tasked with this for years. Citizens of our country have looked at their personal finances and become more efficient with their resources. It is time that we in the public sector do the same with the public's hard-earned money." Now, after discussing the opportunity and the responsibility and the expectations of the fire chief's job, I took which was the unanimous recommendation of the vetting committee, and I offered Mark Seeley the opportunity to become the next fire rescue chief. At this time, I present to you Mark Seeley.
Thank you. To say that this is an honor is an understatement. I am blessed beyond measure to be able to serve among my peers. It's an incredible opportunity. A lot of work needs to be done, but with that comes great opportunity. Our goals are always going to be the safety of our firefighters. That's my focus. That will be our focus going forward, is the safety and health of our firefighters. They're the ones that make it happen. They're the ones that respond day and night, 365 days a year, and we're going to focus our attention on them and their health and safety. A lot of people I'd like to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank God. God put me here for a reason, to make us better. I firmly believe that. Thank my family, my wife, Christine. Been with me for 27 years and allowed me to live my dream of being a firefighter. My son, my daughter, integral part of that. I couldn't be more proud. I want to thank the mayor and the administrative staff, certainly for bestowing this opportunity on me. I couldn't be more humbled. Certainly Chief Barber. I can't thank him enough for his leadership. I'm looking forward to working with him. He's shown great leadership in the police department and so far as a public safety director. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank these firemen. These guys that believe in me and support me. Those are the guys I'm going to be working for. Those are the guys that we're going to make sure that we take care of.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No.
Any questions?
I have a question for the chief.
Okay.
1,200 days without a fire chief. What kind of challenges do you face with morale within the fire department?
Well, that's a good question. And certainly morale could always use improvement. That's going to be one of our priorities, is we're going to put decision-making back in their hands to a certain extent and give them ownership back where it belongs, where the information is. They need to be making decisions down the line where the information is. A lot of times we don't know what's going on up in the higher levels. We need to empower them. And once they're empowered, they'll take ownership, and once they do, the morale will improve overnight.
Question?
I got another one. Okay, so we've been riding short. We had, Twitter accounts saying, look, we're riding short. We have less resources than we need, longer response times. How will you tackle that as you step into this office when you're approved?
Okay. Certainly staffing always needs to be addressed. The amount of people we have on the trucks is certainly something we're going to look into. But there are other factors. Those things make us efficient, and we have to look at efficiency from different angles. Certainly having more people on there, we'd love to have more people. But we also have to look at the type of people and the training, what kind of shape they're in. Having the best people on this truck is a priority, and we can work towards the numbers going forward. We have to look at a budget. We've been tasked with a certain amount of money. We got to be very good stewards with the money we're given, and that's what we will do. So we have to, it's a balancing act that we'll be working on going forward.
Last question. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if this has been answered already, but why have we gone so long without a fire chief?
Well, you've only gone without having a fire chief that hadn't been approved by the city council. We have never been without leadership at the top of Mobile Fire Rescue since I was the mayor. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. One more?
Yeah. Speaking of the city council,
Yes.
do you anticipate any roadblocks?
Prior to coming here, we had a conference call to apprise them all of the selection. They've all been given additional information. I think there's a feeling among the city council that they would like to put this on the agenda for Tuesday, and we are hoping for speedy confirmation. Thank everybody for being here. Appreciate it.
All right, a short press conference with announcing the selection by the mayor of the new fire chief for Mobile Fire Rescue, Mark Seeley, a 25-year veteran of the department, and right now the district chief of training all the firefighters for the department. He will have to be approved, though, by the city council.